All right. All right, pull him up to the shore. Just drag him up. You got him! Look at him go! All right, pull him up on the shore. Holy cow, that's a big one. That's a huge one. All right, everybody, so our very first catch and cook, I guess you could call it, for the show. Anyway, so you already saw we got some trout today. Michelle mostly got the trout today, and I'm going to be showing you how I've always prepared stuff right here on our back porch, and hope you enjoy it. All right, so on the menu for tonight, we've got corn on the cob, sweet potatoes, asparagus, and I've got some red sweet onion and some vegetable medley mix stuff. So that's going to be our vegetables for tonight. And then here we go. These nice trout. Got 4 trout here. Michelle's mom will be joining us tonight. And so basic ingredients that I'm going to be using here, it's pretty straightforward. I've got a little bit of honey and pecans. I'm going to be doing honey pecan encrusted trout. And also I've got some lemon pepper, black pepper, and got a little bit of cornmeal, flour, and some vegetable oil, and of course butter. And so it's pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, and a little bit of basil and some other spices I'll add to some of the vegetables. But that's the basic stuff, really simple. Got some plastic wrap and some aluminum foil, and just show you each piece how I've prepared them, and maybe your family does it a little bit different. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below on how you prepare your meals on the grill. And so first up is the corn. Real simple, the way that we've always done it, the way I've always done it, is I just go ahead and cut off the ends, I wrap it in the aluminum foil, and then I go ahead and throw it over on the grill. So we'll go ahead and do that first. Alright, so I just cut the ends off of the corn here. Feel for where it's a good spot. And I leave the shucks on. I like the way it holds in the moisture, and I think you get better flavor from the corn. But I just wrap these in tin foil and throw them on the grill. You don't have to do anything else to them. Throw it out there for the deer. Alright. I just simply go ahead and wrap them just like this and repeat it for the rest of them. Alright, so I always start with the corn first. Throw this on the grill first, just because they're the longest to cook. And some of you may be saying, well, but I saw those big potatoes there. Well, I'm going to show you the way that we've always kind of cheated that. But anyway, so I put the corn on the top rack. So with the sweet potatoes, wash them off first. I always cut the ends off them. I don't know why. Picked it up along the way somewhere, but it's the way I do it. And what I do is I wrap them in plastic first, in plastic wrap. And then I stick them in the microwave for about 5 minutes. All 3 of them will be in there together. I just wrap it. And I stick it in the microwave for 5 minutes, then turn it over and do it for another 5 minutes. And be careful when you're taking it out and everything. But then I wrap them in tin foil and put them on the grill after that. But this is the way to fast forward the grilling process. Usually come out really nice, perfect tenderness, and the taste is phenomenal. Alright, so I'm going to cut up the onions. I have no idea how y'all might cut onions. I don't even know the right way to do it, but it's the way I've always done it. Just cut that and peel off the outside edge. Just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to saute these in a frying pan with some oil, and I'm going to create a little bit of the base that I'm going to go ahead and put the asparagus and vegetables in. Give it some flavor. I'm going to go ahead and season them up with some salt and pepper, and also I usually put a little bit of balsamic on it when it's close to the end as well. I like them a little bit chunky. Like I said, not a chef. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. Open to suggestions, but I'll go ahead and Throw that in the pan. I'll saute these up. A bit of oil in there. Get some pepper. Throw this on there. All right, when they're ready, I will go ahead and throw the other vegetables in with it. And with the asparagus, just going to go ahead. I already washed these before. Grab some tin foil. Real simple, you ready? It's a tough process right here that I do. Go ahead and lay them out. A little bit of oil. Sprinkling it over a little bit. I will go ahead and put some lemon pepper on there. Oh, there's my warning to turn the potatoes. And I'll save the other stuff for after. We'll bring this over. Stick it on the grill. Turn this up a little bit. All right. On to the next step. All right, so while I was switching the cameras right here, had a mama bear and 2 cubs come walking up the back. They smelled the food on the grill, I'm sure, but I will show you the still picture because I couldn't get them on video. They took off too quick when I yelled at them. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and make the mix for the trout now. And so I just get me a Ziploc bag. Go ahead and pour some flour in there. We've got quite a few trout. We're going to be cooking 4 of them. And a couple of them are pretty good size, so I'm going to make this a pretty good batch here. Then I add a little bit of cornmeal in with it. I do about 5 parts to 1 part between the flour and the cornmeal. Then I go ahead and get some pepper in there. Put probably about, I'd say about 2 teaspoons on that. A little bit of the lemon pepper. All right. And then just go ahead and mix it up. Pretty plain and simple. Again, I don't know the way that maybe you learned how to do it or anything, but the way I like doing it was just bringing simple stuff that we could carry with us and it wouldn't spoil or anything, and we'd catch the fish out there. Maybe you saw some of the photos from a little while back when we did a catch and cook on the side of a lake. I got a campfire going and cooked the stuff right out there. But when I look at it, give it a little sniff test. Needs a little bit more pepper. Mix it up again. And I'll just set this aside. I don't want to go ahead and do anything with the trout until I'm ready to cook them, and they don't take very long to cook. So I'll just go ahead and put this off to the side for now. So checking in on my stuff here. I turned the potatoes over, did them for another 5 minutes. I'll turn my corn. You can see these onions are starting to boil up pretty good, sizzling up pretty good. Give them a little bit more heat. Man, I wish you all could smell this. It smells so good. Let's let that keep cooking. So I got the potatoes out of the microwave, and don't tell anybody you saw me do this because this is kind of cheating, but you got to be really careful and just peel the plastic off. Slide them right out of there. And then I just wrap them in the tin foil right over here and throw them on the grill, and they usually come out just perfect. All right, I've continued turning the stuff every few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take about half of these onions and put them on top of the asparagus. All right. Get some fresh oil here. grab these. Throw them on now. So I'm going to add a little bit of balsamic onto the asparagus using Highland Gourmet, which is right here from Valdez in western North Carolina. So I just go ahead and sprinkle a little bit on the asparagus. By the way, their balsamic, best ever. I'll put a little bit more on the mixed vegetables as well. Brings it home. That's the secret sauce right there, Highland Gourmet. So good. Using every inch of the grill today. These asparagus are just about ready to come off now.
God, look at that meal. Wow.
So with this, I just go ahead and wrap it and then lift it out and it'll be ready to go. Alright, so now that those have been sauteed up pretty good in there with the balsamic and the oil, I'm just going to go ahead and put them on the actual grill itself for a little bit. Give them a little char and soften them up a little bit more. And then we'll start making the crust and the covering for the trout. Real simple for the topping, for the crusting. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put these pecan chips and a little bit of honey. I'm just going to mix them together in the bowl, and when I'm cooking the trout on the griddle here, when they're about ready, I'll go ahead and put some of this on the edge of it. When I flip it and everything, it'll make a nice crust on one side of the trout. Alright, here we go. Get some of these nice trout out here. So, by the way, Michelle got the big catch for the day. Good job on that. Look at those beautiful trout. Absolutely love rainbow trout. One of my favorite fish in the world. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead, drop them in the batter. All right, shake it up. Oh, this fried one's looking good. Nice and golden. Got the pecans underneath. I got all the vegetables pulled to the side, lift up the top grill, and be able to go ahead and grill some trout. All right, and the finished product. Grilled pecan crusted trout with grilled peaches, sweet potatoes, corn on the cob, asparagus, and vegetable medley. Time to dig in. All right, everybody, so I took the leftover trout that we had, and I am making some fish and chips. So I took the leftover trout, cleaned it up, and I am now soaking it in hard cider, hard apple cider, and I'm making waffle fries, and I made up another batter of let's see, I'm going to use egg. I'm going to beat some eggs, put the chunks of trout in there, and then dip it in the flour, cornmeal, and pepper mix, and then fry it up. Put it on top of the waffle fries, and bonus food. Voila, leftover fish and chips.
Oh,
Okay,
come
so-
on. You're cutting me out of it, I see.
No, I'm getting the food first, but I should have got your reaction on the first bite.
No. Stop.
Okay.